Dramatic headline? Possibly. But I really do feel it just might be the case for many players that I have been playing with over the last year. Let me be clear from the start. If you have no interest in any other video games or have an expendable income that allows you to swipe or pay for buses and gold, you are good. But if you don't, then the Brelshaza raid just may have been a 10-ton brick that broke the camel's back. I'm going to get into the highs and lows of the last year of Lost Ark, and trust me, there were so many highs. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time in the game. It's just sad that this last raid has kind of ruined it for me. Let's start by expanding on the premise of the video. How did Brelshaza kill Lost Ark? It might sound like a bizarre thing to say when you consider the sheer scale and design of the Brel raid. It's a stunning space opera of a raid, which is a true step up in sheer quality and spectacle. However, issue Brelshaza has is time investment, and the repercussions of that time investment issue when mixed in with the already wide-scale gatekeeping and busing culture that has led to a game that feels like you are always swimming against the tide. Multiply this by multiple characters either for gold income because leveling costs so much gold and people need to level to get accepted into groups, and the constant loss of players from guilds and statics, and we end up with an experience that ended up being a wait around for players for ages simulator rather than a video game. More specifically, actually, a wait around for support simulator, and that's due to the busing culture I've talked about a second ago. When you put all that together and then look forward and project it over the next 12 months, what I ended up seeing was a terrifying picture of constantly waiting around for players, not having much time to enjoy much else, with no end in sight. 12 months of waiting around for supports, 12 months of consistently losing players from my statics and guild, 12 months of players leaving after a few deaths, and possibly up to 6 months or more of having to do a 6-gate raid over 5 characters just to get the amount of gold needed to keep pace with people. Now you may be saying you don't have to keep pace with people, but the truth is you do, because if you don't, you'll be playing with people who either haven't completed the raid that often and therefore your time investment increases, or just playing with people that are underleveled and just can't keep up with the content. Mix in daily chaos dungeons, which almost become imperative to do every day, guardian raids, which okay, you don't have to do every day, but it's still something you do have to do, and I came away with the feeling of, when is this going to end? When is it ever going to get a little bit more streamlined? Now the truth is, I wasn't thinking that at all until Brelshaza. I was thoroughly enjoying my time in the game. It wasn't always like this, and as I said, until recently the balance was just right. For myself and maybe many others, leave a comment if you agree, I thought Clown was the perfect mixture of difficulty and time investment. It was for me the high point of Lost Ark. That balance between difficulty and time investment in what was a very tough and very challenging raid. But at only 3 gates, you kind of felt like you always had a chance of getting it done in the near future. Also, it probably helped that I, being a Super Mario junkie as a kid, had no issues with any of the Marios. I really did feel like a dwarf among midgets.
Gosh, you're making me feel more important than a dwarf among midgets.
Hey, can you reach the Crispix?
Yes, I can.
Switches in the gameplay of Clan also kept the regular running of the raid fresh, and honestly I thought the bingo phase of Clan was an absolute high point of the game. Just the thrill of getting into that bingo phase is absolutely incredible, especially the first few weeks. Now, not that Brel doesn't have any huge high points, it's a sensational raid, but at 6 gates and with that window on many of the gates to get jailed for significant periods of time, it just ended up sapping the life out of me. Now, I know a lot of hardcore players who have 6 characters, like myself, who've been running Brel over 6 characters. I myself was running Brel over 5, and they are all feeling it. They are all feeling the pain. Now, I understand Lost Ark is a hardcore game, and to be honest, I am a hardcore gamer, but I think this is now even too hardcore even for myself. My account has 6 characters all at 1500 and above. I have 5 characters at 1520 and above, with I believe 4 characters at 1530. And it's ended up with me looking for an alternative to Lost Ark. Now of course, Diablo 4 is around the corner and there's no clue as to whether or not Diablo 4 is going to be any good or not. But if there's one thing I am sure about, is that Diablo 4 will require significantly less time to invest and be also a lot easier to progress in terms of just how long it will take you to find games, find parties, and be able to progress further. What I will lose in the sensational endgame raids, I will hopefully gain in the seasonal model. Now, I'm not here expecting anything anywhere near the quality of Lost Ark's raids. I think anybody expecting that from Diablo 4 is delusional, but at the very least, Diablo 4 will give me time to play other games, and I love video gaming more than I love Lost Ark, and I think that's the final conclusion I came to. Now, if I was Smilegate or if I was Amazon, I would seriously look at providing a truncated version of Brel to keep players in the game. Pick whatever gates you want. I mean, my favorite gates were 3, 4, and 6. I would go with that, but maybe you want to do gate 1 to get new people through the door. And also, I feel like in the West, you probably need to provide even more help to the players to help them own. Or maybe Lost Ark is a game for people who only ever want to play Lost Ark. And if that's the case, then fair play. I have no issues with that if that's their business model. Good luck to them. I had a great time with the game. Doing Brelshaza was one of the high points. Completing Clown and carrying Bingo by myself was again another huge high moment. Absolutely enjoyed my time in the game. Would love to come back if it just didn't take so much time. Quick video on that, really. I'm not going to babble on too long. What do you think of Brelshaza? Do you think it's too long? Are you tired at the moment? Are you burnt out? If so, leave a comment. A like would be absolutely phenomenal as well. And thank you so much, Smilegate and Amazon, for the time in the game. I've loved it. It's been amazing, in all honesty. In a year where I've had a lot of spare time, it's managed to keep me occupied and busy and give me things to do. So yeah, love the experience, love the raids. They are as good as advertised, if not better. And yeah, into the world of Diablo we go. Peace out, everyone. Look after yourselves.